Hey everyone, and welcome back for another episode of my Borussia M'Gladbach career on a FIFA 15. And I was thinking the other day about the future of this career with Mönchengladbach. I'm thinking maybe I'll end at the end of this season, my third season in the Bundesliga, and then focus on my Middlesbrough career and maybe do something else on the side, maybe some Ultimate Team, maybe come and play some of you guys online and record it, upload it into to highlights or something like that. I mean, I've got a couple of ideas up my sleeve at the moment, and I was thinking, you know, with the summer upon us now, maybe it's time to change things around, freshen things up with FIFA 15 content on this channel, because before you know it, FIFA 16 is going to be out, the new season will have started. But it's that bit in the middle. I want to try and find something that's going to tide us over until September, until FIFA 16 is released. I mean, I've got a couple of ideas up my sleeve at the moment, but I also want to hear your input as well, guys. So be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. So in the last episode with Mönchengladbach, you guys saw that I decided to take on the Spanish job, to become the Spain manager. We won both games, the first one against Denmark and the second against the Czech Republic, to cement our spot at the top of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers group stage. When the players returned to club duty, when I returned to club duty as Borussia Mönchengladbach manager, we had a tough challenge on our hands as we had to go up against Cologne, Mönchengladbach's arch rivals in the Bundesliga, and we came away with just a point. It was disappointing, to be honest, that result, as I felt as though, you know, we controlled the majority of that game and we probably should have come away with 3 points instead of just the one. And then after that, just a couple of days later, we were playing in the Champions League group stages, the fifth game of the group at home against Club Brugge. Thankfully, we won 2-0 there in what was a pretty dominant display from Mönchengladbach, thanks to one of their players getting sent off and Club Brugge going down to 10 men in that first half. So winning that game pretty much confirmed a spot for Mönchengladbach in the next round, the knockout stages of the Champions League. We're getting closer to the final. We were Champions League finalists last season, if you guys remember, as we came up short against Dortmund, unfortunately. But this season, I'm looking to change that and come away with that Champions League trophy. And if I do decide to end this career mode with Mönchengladbach in this third season, then I'm going to be going all out, of course, for that trophy. And that brings us to here, this game away in the Bundesliga against Hoffenheim, who have always proven to be a tricky opposition for Mönchengladbach in this career. We were in control, we were 2-0 up into the second half. We did concede there, as you saw. I mean, Tim Krul was having an exceptional game, he was on form. It was just unfortunate that he had to concede there, the ball smacking off the crossbar, had everyone all over the place. They didn't know what was going to happen, what to expect from that moment. And they did manage to just slot that ball into an open goal. But you can see Patrick Amann weaving in and out. And I know it's not the prettiest of goals. And it's one of those moments where you think to yourself, how on earth did I just get away with that? I mean, Patrick Amann powered that one up into the roof of the net, putting Mönchengladbach 3-1 up away from home. We were having a whale of a time, and I think we probably would have been in there for a fourth goal if Max Kruse had actually found his target in Valentin Stocker down that left side, who had come on in the second half to replace Traore. There just wasn't enough power behind that through-ball pass. And look at Vertonghen. My, a poor, shoddy defending from him. He's supposed to clear the ball, not just jump and hop over it. And that allowed Volland to get in and get a second goal for his team, making it 3-2, and that would prove to be the final score in this Bundesliga fixture. 3-2 to Mönchengladbach, and we go on to win yet again. You can see the league table here. I don't think I showed you guys the league table in the previous episode, but here it is now. We've played 15 games. We are on top of the pack, but just by a point, followed closely behind by Bayern Munich. But we're on track at the moment. We're doing good as long as we keep winning, of course. And you know, I really want to win that Bundesliga title. I haven't won it over the last 2 seasons. You know, those first 2 seasons I've had with Mönchengladbach here on FIFA 15, they've all been about building this team, building the foundations and getting them to the point where they can challenge for that title. I mean, the team has just improved as a whole. It's been fantastic. I mean, last season you saw us reach the Champions League final. Yes, there was probably a hint of luck behind it and everything, but I think we're at that point this season with the team that I've got now at my disposal. I think we're at that point where we can almost guarantee a spot at the top of the league and almost guarantee a spot in the final of a domestic cup competition or in the Champions League and so on. I must say I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident about this team, what they can produce and what they can accomplish as well in this third and possibly final season. But we're not going to be able to do that with players getting sent off, as Aslan knows, in this game against Hamburg. With just under 20 minutes gone, he gets himself sent off after a very silly challenge. Not sure what I was thinking, sliding in like that with Aslan. I think it was probably because I was anticipating the player to turn around with the ball and face me, but because he decided to carry on with it, obviously I went in with that slide tackle. So it was a bit disappointing to go down to 10 men, but you know, with just 10 minutes to go of the game in the second half, 80 minutes gone, we had found a way through Hamburg's back four with a goal from Junuzovic, and he didn't hold back with that shot. I mean, he just absolutely powered it up into the roof of the net, very similar to Patrick Amand's goal a bit earlier on in this episode in that game against Hoffenheim. Now with just three minutes left of the game, Hamburg conceded a penalty. I mean, it couldn't get any worse for them. 1-0 down against a team that's down to 10 men, and they go and concede that very foolish penalty. Could have done so much better with that challenge, and it would be S03E11 Berahino to step up, who was our talisman last season. Hasn't been so much this year, as Max Kruse has really stepped up to the plate, has really become this world-class striker for Mönchengladbach that I found it difficult to put Berahino in the starting lineup. And in a way, it's good and it's bad at the same time. It's good because obviously we've got the squad depth there, but on the other hand, it's bad because he's going to be becoming complacent, being that bench warmer, and obviously become annoyed that he's not getting first team football. May eventually hand in his transfer request. But he did convert that penalty into a goal and made it 2-0. That was the final score. Then we turned our attention to this massive midweek fixture in the Champions League again. It's the final group stage game, as you just saw with the group stage as it stood before this game kicked off against Barcelona at home. Mönchengladbach stood tall and proud on top of the pack in our group by 3 points. Barcelona just trailing there. We'd already confirmed a spot in the knockout stages, so this result didn't really mean too much. I wasn't too worried about it. Obviously, I wouldn't want to get one over on Barcelona yet again, as we beat them at the Nou Camp 3-1. If any of you guys didn't catch that episode, it was a decent game. I was very lucky, to be honest, because we did really take advantage of the chances that we were handed, and there weren't that many, to be honest. So we did well against Barca. We almost made it 1-0 in this game, with the goal almost coming from former Barcelona man Thiago before he moved to Bayern Munich. That seems like such a long time ago now, doesn't it? Now obviously with Barcelona having to play us again and then having a bit of a sour taste in their mouths after that defeat, they were looking to turn up here against Mönchengladbach, and they did find themselves in the lead with just 21 minutes gone. It would be Christian Teo that would get that goal. It was a simple finish. Busquets fed the ball through our back four. Not sure what that opening was all about, how he just granted them that space, and Teo, he just made us pay for that massive mistake. Christian Teo, I remember that player that I signed for Everton in that FIFA 13 career. Do you guys remember that? Wow, how the time has gone by so quickly. But he was on form in this game. He was sensational. You can see how he's just weaving in and out. He was brilliant. And I did concede that penalty. I just couldn't contain him. I couldn't keep hold of him. And it'd be Vertonghen getting the yellow card for his challenge on Christian Teo. His feet were just so quick, Christian Teo. It was hard to keep up with him, really. And that's what we had to resort to at the end of the day. Wild challenges all around, and of course to step up and take the penalty would be none other than Lionel Messi. Tim Krul one-on-one with Messi. Messi stalling there, struck it straight down the centre. I was going to go down the centre. Krul should have saved it, but it went 2-0 to Barcelona, and they were looking for a third. They were looking to absolutely embarrass me in this game. And just look at Neymar then. I mean, great charisma shown, running straight in my back four and beating them as well, finding Iniesta, who was unfortunate not to find the back of the net, trying to curl that one around. I did find an opening here. Traore just onside, It looked as though he may have been slightly off. Some of the players calling for that from Barcelona. But the goal stands and it went 2-1. And come to think of it, that was probably my only chance I got in this game against Barcelona. They were so tightly knitted turning up for this one. They were adamant that they were going to win it and get those 3 points. And they did just that with a 2-1 win over Mönchengladbach. Will we meet them again a bit later on in this season's Champions League campaign? Only time will tell. And here are the final group standings. In Group A, Real Madrid and Besiktas are through. In Group B, FC Bayern Munich and AC Milan go through, with Manchester United just missing out on a spot in the next round. Group C, Man City and Benfica are through. CSKA Moscow. Look at PSG, they only picked up 3 points in their group. And in Group D, as you know, Mönchengladbach and Barcelona going through. We did finish on top by goal difference. And in Group E, Chelsea and Wolfsburg are through. Let's see, in Group F, Juventus and Sevilla. It's going to be very interesting, the next round draw. In Group G, Roma and Dortmund. I would have expected better from Monaco in that group. And in Group H, Everton and Zenit St. Petersburg are through. Why are Atletico Madrid slacking there? Wow. Now, don't worry, guys. I'm not going to make you wait to find out who we've been drawn against in the knockout stages. We will have to play Zenit St. Petersburg home and away. A tricky fixture, but I think we might be able to just edge that one and get through to the quarterfinals. Other fixtures include Chelsea and Dortmund, Real Madrid and Benfica, Everton and Sevilla, Bayern Munich and Besiktas, Roma and Barcelona, Man City and AC Milan, and finally Juventus and Wolfsburg. A good draw all around, I think. And with that, guys, it's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.